around about here near the Somerset Shimmerine Way Shrine. We ran out of stuff to do again. Oops. So we went to collections, stories, on DLC, and we started Somerset, which gives us the Queen's Decree. And we're going to talk with Razumdar.
My friend, Raz is happy to see you, but surprised you didn't help me with these creatures. Not that Raz needed any help. You must tell me what brought you to Somerset after you agreed to assist Raz with his usual cloak and dagger business.
Complications, Raz. That sounds ominous.
Ominous? No more than usual, my friend. But there's work for the Queen's Eye, and this one could use an extra blade if you're willing. Queen Irene issued a decree to open the borders of Somerset and allow outsiders to have access to the island.
That doesn't sound too terrible.
That's what Raz said, but rumors reached the Queen. So this one made the journey and was immediately attacked by strange creatures. Raz doesn't think the two are related, but if you could ask some questions, check on the newcomers, that would help.
I'll ask some questions around the city.
While you ask questions around the city, Raz can take care of some other business. It may or may not involve scratching and clawing. Let's meet near the entrance to Shimmerine when you have something to report.
What were those strange creatures I saw you fighting?
Raz never saw such monsters in his life. They appear related to water, but this one tends to avoid this stuff. That pearl, though, Raz swears it was calling those creatures.
What up,
A mystery for another time, perhaps. Now, we need to see to the newcomers.
Anyone in specific you want me to talk to regarding the Queen's Decree?
As a matter of fact, Raz made a list. Old Newell, a high elf artisan, spoke out. See what she complained about. Then there's ScroLLs, a persecuted Argonian newcomer. Finally, Ranuel, a city resident noted in the Divine Prosecution's observation log.
What did old Newell speak about, and where can I find her?
Old Newell complained about it. No. Raz doesn't want to prejudice your investigation. You will find out when you talk to her. The artist likes to gather shells along the eastern coast. She uses them to make paints and dyes.
Ranuel? That doesn't sound like a high elf name.
True. Not enough syllables. Ranuel's a Redguard, whose family has lived in Shimmerine for generations. He's a well-respected trader, with a few warehouses along the docks. Talk to him, before the Divine Prosecution decides to arrest him.
What is the Divine Prosecution?
The Divine Prosecution serves as lawkeepers and protectors of social standards. Very persnickety. When rules are broken, they record it in their observation logs. If your name winds up on their list, things get complicated.
What do you mean? So Zolza is being persecuted?
Something to do with monks and newcomer registration. Raz is looking into that. Last I heard, ScroLLs was seen leaving the city and heading west. Probably trying to reach the water. Lizards like water, yes? Not Raz. Ugh. Raz hates the wet stuff.
What does all this have to do with that geyser and those creatures?
Nothing at all. Unless you think they came to Somerset because of the Queen's decree. No, that would be ridiculous. Let's not lose focus. Just see what old Newell, ScroLLs, and Ranuel have to say about newcomers and the mood in Shimmerine.
What do you expect me to learn by talking to these people?
We need to confirm these rumors or else put an end to them. Everyone should be pleased with the Queen's decree. Opening the border shows progress, yes? However, if any of her loyal subjects reject progress, well, Raz needs to know that too.
Okay, I'll go talk with OR&T, Noel Renewal, and Zolza.
While you ask questions around the city, Raz can take care of some other business. It may or may not. Raz knows very little about city ordinances or how to tell the difference between mead and ale, so let's avoid those topics, yes? Otherwise, This one knows all about the Queen's decree and the initial reaction of the nobles and kin lady.
Who are you again?
Raz is wounded to the core. Forgotten already. This one usually leaves a better impression. I am Razumdar, Queen Irene's eye and Dark Lantern agent extraordinaire. But that is a secret between you and me. To everyone else, this one is simply Raz.
Tell me about the Queen's decree.
Queen Irene, her most excellent leader of the Aldmeri Dominion, has issued a decree opening the once forbidden land of Somerset to traders, visitors, and immigrants of all races. Controversial, yes, but part of her plan for the Dominion's future.
And this is a problem?
For some. High elves talk of perfection, but they are a complicated people. Various individuals in Somerset take issue with their queen, with change of any sort, actually. The kin lady, for example. Some nobles. Makes my job complicated.
What's that about the kin lady and the nobles?
Kin Lady Avenice has made her views on the Queen's decree quite clear. She calls it unreasonable, dangerous. A few of the city's nobles have sided with the Kin Lady, as has the new Oldark at the monastery. My queen permits discussion, to a point.
So the kin lady opposes the Queen's decree.
She has spoken against it. Now Raz needs to know how far she
I
will
don't know
go
if
to
you're
defy the
interested,
will of
Brock,
the
but they
Queen.
brought back the season
Does she
1 pass
grumble
for
but
Red
welcome
Dead.
the newcomers, or is she using every option at her disposal to block their
The
arrival?
season 1 pass
Raz will
for
find
Red
out,
Dead.
with your help.
I don't know. But yeah, you get a discount on a shitload of gear and outfits and all that sort of stuff.
The hell is that? Looks like a lemur, but it's a cat. A Lenore ringtail, huh?
Go find
Okay.
your own patch of beach.
Shut
Not
up,
that
woman.
you'd understand the concept, but the path to Alaxon requires dedication and complete concentration. I must find the perfect shells, or my pigments will be substandard. And do you know what that will do to my art? Exactly.
What's the path to Alaxon?
An ultimate concept practiced widely here in Somerset. Alaxon is the state of perfection that every high elf strives for. The path to Alaxon represents the approach we take to achieve that state. Now, why have you interrupted my work?
I heard you made complaints on Shimmerine. I'd like to hear about that.
I believe in caution as much as the next high elf, but sometimes the rules get in the way of common sense. My apprentice lived here for more than a year. Good help is so hard to find, especially among the newcomers. And she was adept at making dyes.
What happened to your apprentice?
They took her away. Said they had to scrutinize her qualifications, test her knowledge of culture and etiquette. But I haven't seen her since. My work suffers, so of course I complained to the monks. Now I have to gather my own shells.
Did the monks offer any explanation as to where she was or when she'd be returned?
They told me I could fill out some forms and appeal to the kin lady. But who has time for such bureaucracy? And for a wood elf? I've said too much. I have work to do, and all this aggravation has diverted my path to Alaxon.
I'll let you get back to your work.
Perfection requires constant vigilance, so back to it.
Oh, our suit isn't blue. I forgot I changed my outfit, my armor, and didn't dye my armor yet. I'm this ugly gold color now. Mm-hmm. And nobody got time to read. There we go. How am I getting over there? There we go.
Don't believe the rumors. Prince Naaman died protecting the queen in the Orel.
What up, Ronald?
A newcomer in the warehouse district. Unusual. But how can I help you today, my friend?
I was wondering how your name ended up in the Divine Prosecution's observation log.
The Divine? Who told you that? If a justiciar sent you to try and trick me into confessing... No. The High Elves would never send a newcomer to perform such a task. But I admit it. I made my thoughts known.
And what were those, if you don't mind me asking?
I arranged to bring my cousin here to work with me. The ship arrived, but all the newcomers were carted away. For questioning, they said. I complained to the kin lady and anyone else who would listen. And what has it gotten me? Nothing.
You're not a high elf. How have you lived in Somerset very long?
Oh, my family has been here for generations and generations. Before the Queen's decree, outsiders might have been rare, but we were not unheard of. Our business has grown and gets better every day. That's why I sent for my cousin. We need the help.
Do you like living in Somerset?
Somerset is a rare and beautiful jewel in the Abetian Sea. I love it here. The High Elves treat us like children, but they have never been hostile. The Queen's decree has stirred the waters, though. I fear it will get worse before it gets better.
Goodbye. I go all the way over here. 400 meters.
This is unheard of. Why have you closed the monastery?
Good people, I hear your concerns.
But the workers I hired, they were aboard the ship from Rivenspire.
The kin lady and I, we have only your best interests in mind. Every guest must be sequestered while we ascertain their suitability for Altmer society.
The Ordarch's right! Lock up the newcomers!
Send the newcomers back where they came from! We don't want them here!
Okay, what up, Raz?
Such anger. Raz never expected to hear such words from the Queen's loyal subjects. The sentiment isn't universal, but enough feel this way for Raz to be concerned. Did you learn anything interesting from the people I sent you to talk to?
The artist assistant and the Red Guard's cousin have both been sequestered.
Sequestered? Just a different word for imprisoned, yes. Ranul's cousin just arrived, but O'Newell's assistant has lived on Somerset since long before the Queen ever issued her decree. What about the lizard? What did ScroLLs have to say?
ScroLLs was dead by the time I reached him. I found this letter in his pack.
Why would the Aldarch gather up newcomers and non-High Elf residents alike and send them to the monastery? Does the kin lady condone this behavior? Raz's head itches. and not in a good way. Our course is clear, Five Claw. We must go to the monastery.
To the monastery. Alright, I'll help you investigate the monastery.
Raz admires your enthusiasm, but this one needs you to enter the monastery on your own. Raz has other fish to catch. This one will help you get past the sentry, though. When you notice that the sentry is distracted, just sleep quietly inside.
Goodbye. Alright, so we gotta go up here.
You there! I have a... Damn it, why won't this work?
Did you see a golden knight?
I have no idea what that was, and I'm not sure I want to know.
Sentry! Raz owes you for that game of cards, and has come to pay.
Well, I don't recall any... You say I won some gold?
Don't you remember? Raz...
Investigate the monastery, the monastery.
You have no right to be in here.
Okay, well, you gonna lock me up or what? Alright, let's check this out. Blah, 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 blah. Nobody's got time to read that many pages. Let's see.
Oh, not now, please. Your spiritual well-being can wait until after my nap.
Where can I find the people that have been sequestered?
You'll have to ask one of the monks that the new Aldach brought with him. They deal with all the newcomer testing and evaluations. I'm just a simple monk trying to catch up on my sleep. That was a hint, by the way.
Tell me about the Aldach and the new monks.
Aldach Tilkala arrived right after the Queen issued her decree. He came highly recommended by King Lady Avanice, or so I heard. It's not unusual for monks to form attachments and move together, but there's something strange about that bunch.
Strange? What do you mean?
The Aldach and his monks keep to themselves. They've taken the Undercroft for their own purposes and ordered the rest of us to avoid the ancient vaults beneath the monastery. Now, please, let me get back to my nap.
You must have some idea where they're sequestering the newcomers.
Again with the questions about the newcomers. Why do you care about the complexities of Altma bureaucracy? Still, if I had to make a guess, I'd say they were taking into the Undercroft for registration and processing.
Anything
now
else?
go away.
Anything else I should know about this monastery?
The monastery should be a place of peace and meditation. The Aldach has closed us down until further notice. That means if any of the monks spot you, they'll raise the alarm. Me? I never saw you. Now, if you don't mind, my nap awaits.
Goodbye. Oh shoot, this last one must be up top. Yep.
Are you lost? You can't be in here.
Are you trying to make me angry? Get out!
Okay, Abyssal Portal. Pearl.
Unusual knick-knack for an Aldark's office, wouldn't you agree?
Okay.
I noticed you skulking around while I was engaged in some skulking of my own. I suppose we both came to the monastery with a similar purpose in mind.
What purpose would that be?
The sequestered newcomers. I came to find out what happened to a friend. I assume that's what brought you here as well? A house of worship shouldn't be used as an internment camp, and it shouldn't be locked to the public either.
I saw a pearl like that. There were strange creatures nearby.
Interesting. I've never seen anything quite like it. I find it intriguing and a bit disturbing. But we aren't here to discuss curios. Strange creatures notwithstanding. We need to find out what's happening with the missing newcomers.
How did you happen to get past the sentry, by the way?
The sentry doesn't appear to have stopped you, so I could ask you the same question. Let's just agree that we both have our methods. Curious, but I feel that there's more going on in Shimmerine than the usual politics and community relations.
What else could be going on here?
That's the question, my cautious friend. We have a newly appointed Aldark and a disgruntled kin lady, both opposed to the Queen's decree. What's their connection to the missing newcomers?
Excuse me.
I was about to explore the Undercroft. Care to join me?
I'll meet you in Undercroft.
A curious pearl. I wonder where the Aldark acquired it. Probably not important. I'll meet you in the Undercroft, and we can see what's going on with the newcomers.
Okay.
Something's wrong down here. I sense magic. Vile magic. Cages. These people did nothing to deserve such treatment. There's someone alive over there. See if you can help her.
Over here.
Thank the divines! You aren't one of the monks. Please, let me out of here.
Why did they lock you in a cage?
It's a nightmare. We came to Somerset to seek new opportunities. We barely stepped off the ship when they marched us to the monastery. Instead of questioning us or the usual high elf bureaucracy, they locked us in these cages.
There are only a few of you here. Where are the rest of the newcomers?
The monks gathered them a few moments ago and took them through the door on the far side of the chamber. Please, let me out of here before they take me away like the others.
I'll unlock the cage and see what's going on in the next chamber.
Is that a scoffin?
What's a scoffin?
Thank you for setting me free.
A Daedra. Here? And that's a scoffin, if I remember my Daedric recitations correctly. Very curious.
What's a dead scoffin doing in a monastery devoted to the gate?
An excellent question, and one I hope to find the answer to. From the evidence before us, it appears this Nord killed the Scoffin before he succumbed to his own wounds. Good for him. I found this key on the creature's belt, so we can open that door.
That's where the prisoner said the monks took the rest of the newcomers.
Then I suggest we pick up the pace. We need to determine what's actually happening down here, and who's behind all this. Without answers to those questions, we won't be able to decide on our best course of action.
What about your missing friend?
I'll explain everything later. For now, we need to hurry. Daedric cultists? The pearl's draining these people.
Defend Volsaran. Did I miss talking to her? What up, Vols? Let's make sure it doesn't say talk to her. Damn it, dude. Is this quest bugged out, or am I missing a button?
More newcomers? Unfortunately, the magic only affects those who have been prepared. But never fear. Your turn will come.
I'll deal with the pearl. You hold off these creatures. The pearl's magic attracts these creatures. Hold them off while I complete my spell. Come on, let's talk outside.
Ooh. I found a policeman. Do I put his hat on?
Those poor people. This wasn't just about newcomers and opposing the Queen's decree.
Can I put his hat on?
That was Daedric magic back there.
What happened to the
I just wish we had
pearl?
arrived a few moments earlier.
What happened to the pearl? Did you destroy it?
I promised to explain what I know.
I can swap
suppose that
hats.
now's as good a time as any.
I got a policeman hat.
Our Right Master sent me to investigate a warning we received about a plot involving Somerset. My inquiries led me here.
The Psychic Order?
The Psychic Order is an ancient magical monastic society. We served as advisors to the rulers of Tamriel, but that was before we removed our island home from the world. Now this threat has drawn us back. But why are you involved in all this?
I'm working with Razumdar, one of the Queen's eyes, but what happened to the pearl?
An eye of the Queen? Interesting. I diffused the Daedric magic and transported the pearl to Artaeum, the Psychic Island, for safekeeping and study, so we can learn more about it. But we can discuss this further once we get out of here.
Alright, let's go. Oh my gosh, why is the lady stopping? Whoops. Alright, where's Lady at? Lady... She probably won't come out. Oh, she's taking her merry time.
Pick one of each special. Pick one of each species of bird. 43 fucking birds.
Living on Alteum for a few centuries doesn't prepare you for physical activity. Let the Eye of the Queen know what we discovered, and I'll catch up with you later.
Okay. Anchors away in. Best be up top. Yep. What up, Raz?
Ah, this one's new partner returns. What interesting scandal did you uncover in the monastery? Tell Raz every juicy detail.
The people that were sequestered were killed to power a Daedric ritual. I found this letter.
That isn't the kind of scandal Raz was hoping for. Murder, Daedric rituals, and traitorous behavior have a way of ruining an otherwise perfect day. We need to learn the extent of the Kin Lady's involvement. And by we, Raz means you.
You want me to go and accuse the Kin Lady of conspiring with the Daedric cult?
Accuse? Not exactly. Raz wants you to talk to her. See what she knows about the Oldar. The Kin Lady is meeting with local leaders. Attend that meeting and learn the truth. This invitation and set of elegant clothes will get you through the door.
I also met a mage from the Sijic order in the monastery.
A Sijic? Raz has heard rumors, but there are always rumors about the Sijics. For an island of sages who disappeared more than 300 years ago, they certainly seem to get around. Did this Sijic mage say what the Order was investigating?
A warning, and she seemed pretty interested in the life-sucking pearl.
There was a life-sucking pearl? You should probably have led with that bit of information. Well, we can worry about the Sijic mage and figure out where these pearls came from later. For now, go see what the Kin Lady has to say.
Shouldn't you speak to the Kin Lady? You do work for the Queen, after all.
Kin Lady Avanice and Raz do not get along. You see, there was a horse, a platter of pudding tarts, and... No. This one won't bore you with the sordid details. Besides, Everyone behaves well when they see Raz. You will learn more than I would.
Goodbye. Oh my gosh, this is a long quest. Tin Lady of Anissa's mansion. Okay, we got the elegant outfit on. Now she'll think we're one of her Galmalor?
Yes? And who might you be?
I need to speak to Kin Lady Evanice.
The Kin Lady is currently engaged. She's holding a conference with Shimmerine's elite to discuss certain political matters.
I have an invitation.
Yes, so you do. And may I say that your outfit is suitably elegant. Please, head into the garden.
Thank you.
We all have concerns regarding the Queen's decree. I assure you that I am working with all Dark T'Kala to safeguard the sanctity of Shimmerine and all of Somerset. Enjoy the food and drink. Business of the city requires my attention, but I shall rejoin you shortly.
Let's see. It says talk to all Dark T'Kala.
How bold of you. The Neberah dares to stand in my holy presence. Very well, bold Neberah. What can the new Aldark of Shimmerine do for you? And please, try not to bore me or spray any spittle on my spotless vestments.
I hear that you and the Kin Lady have a plan for administering the Queen's decree.
You heard that somewhere, did you? I'll have to have a discussion with the Divine Prosecution about how lax our security has become. No, I jest. The Kin Lady and I have nothing but the best interests of Somerset and the newcomers in mind.
Is that why you're sequestering newcomers and other non-high elves beneath the monastery?
You really are well informed about things here in Shimmerine, aren't you? For a Neberah.
You keep calling me Neberah. What does that mean?
You're right. Where are my manners? Using a word you couldn't possibly be expected to understand. It means unwelcome. As in, you are not welcome here.
I see. And is it common for high elf monks to conspire with Daedra?
That's a serious accusation to toss around so casually. What did you say your name was again? I want to make sure to add it to the Divine Prosecution's observation log. For your own protection, you understand.
If you'll excuse me, all Dark T'Kala, I just remembered I have someplace else to be.
I suddenly remembered some business I need to deal with as well. Feel free to pester the other guests in my absence.
Okay. Let's see. Do you want to talk? Nope. Okay. Thought it was, maybe it's upstairs.
How dare you barge into my home without so much as a by your leave? No, I refuse to deal with one of the Queen's guests, especially not in my own home. How did you get in here, by the way? No, never mind that. Since you found your way in, I assume you can find your way back out. before I call the guards.
Why do you oppose the Queen's decree?
Such innocence. You really want to know why I oppose the Queen's order to allow newcomers to enter Somerset? Because I'm trying to protect both the island and the newcomers. It's in everyone's best interest that we maintain a separation.
And the Aldark agrees with your efforts to protect the island and the newcomers?
Aldark Tilkala came highly recommended. He has grand plans for protecting Shimmerine. Grand plans. Unfortunately, in my haste to deal with the Queen's decree, I may have made an error in judgment.
An error in judgment?
Not that it's any concern of yours, but my Chancellor has been unable to verify the Aldark's existence prior to when we met, and I recommended him for the position at the monastery. I assure you, Kinlord Millenthal praised Tilkala to no end.
And were you aware that the Aldark's monks are killing the newcomers under the monastery?
That's preposterous. Aldark Tilkala sequesters the newcomers to ascertain their suitability for life in Somerset. Those who pass will find a place here. As for the rest, they'll be returned to wherever they came from. That's what we agreed to.
Sounds like you should see for yourself what's happening at the monastery. Alright.
My lady, one of the monks said to deliver this message. It's from the Aldark himself.
The Coral Forest. An odd location for a meeting, but I need to hear the Aldark's explanation.
Pretend you are adjusting your boot or admiring the architecture. As hard as it may be, look anywhere but directly at Raz. Good, good. Now, tell Raz what you learned at the King Lady's manor.
The King Lady believes that the newcomers are being sequestered and sent away.
Raz thinks Avanis is as naive as she is complicit, but she's not a murderer. This new Aldark, though, has so much blood on his hands, it looks like he's wearing red gloves. From what I could discover, he didn't exist before he came to Shimmerine.
I overheard that the King Lady was going to meet the Aldark in the Coral Forest.
The Coral Forest? A strange meeting place. Raz thinks we should go and see what the Aldark is up to. After I take back that outfit, I might need it again later. Ah, you have a pretty admirer, my friend. The Sijic Sage, yes? Here she comes now.
Let me find out what Valsaren has to say.
I'm glad I found you. While watching the King Lady's mansion, I saw her ladyship sneak out the back and leave the city.
The King Lady is meeting the Aldark in the Coral Forest. Raz smells something, and it isn't moon sugar biscuits.
Your reputation precedes you, Eye of the Queen. I am Valsaren of the Sijic Order, and I agree that the Aldark is more than a simple monk.
We should work together, yes? But let's travel separately, to avoid attracting unwanted attention. Raz will find you both at the Coral Forest.
Okay. Let's see where we're going. Way down here. Okay. How do I get out of town? This is a long questy.
One of Somerset's more unique environments, the Coral Forest. I used to love coming here when I was growing up. We need to find out why the Aldark asked Kinlady Avanice to meet him out here.
How do we find the Aldark and the Kinlady?
Based on what we saw in the monastery's undercroft, I'm hesitant to use magic to locate them. I suppose we'll have to find them through mundane means. Too bad the Queen's spy isn't here yet. I understand he's good at this sort of thing.
Goodbye. Okay, over here.
You know nothing of the plan, you fool. Let me give you a taste of what the Prince of Bargains has in store for this pitiful world.
Your prince! I want no part of Daedra! Help!
Oh shoot, she just screams for help. You don't look like you're gonna be
Let me
nice.
show you the power bestowed upon me by the Prince of Bargains. Yagra, destroy these fools!
Destroy Abyssal Portal Pearl.
Razumdar apprehended the Kinlady. They're at the west edge of the Coral Forest. What happened to Aldark Tilkalar? Did he escape?
Aldark Tilkalar is dead. I heard him mention the Prince of Bargains.
I think we can conclude that Tilkalar wasn't actually an Aldark. At least, not with his connection to the Prince of Bargains' Clavicus Vial. Strange magic and creatures worry me, however. Hopefully the pearl I sent to Artaeum can tell us more.
You think you can learn something from the pearl?
You'd be surprised what a particular object can reveal if you know how to unlock its secrets. I need to return and tell Rightmaster Aizgodezz all that transpired here. If you're willing, I'd like you to come to Artaeum and confirm my story.
Who's Rightmaster Aizgodezz?
The Rightmaster leads the Psijic Order from Capora Tower on the island of Artaeum. This spell attunes you to a portal near Shimmerine, in the ruins of the Keep of 11 Forces. It always leads to Artaeum, no matter the island's current location.
I'll go to Artaeum to talk to Rightmaster after I check in with Razumdar.
One more adjustment and there! You are now attuned.
Thank you.
Find me on Artaeum after you finish with the Eye of the Queen.
Okay.
Ah, fine. Queen Irene will be disappointed.
Treat me like some sort of criminal, you horrid creature.
Queen Irene will be disappointed that the Kinlady of Shimmerine allowed a false Aldark to murder so many newcomers. Such a scandal makes other travelers uneasy about coming here, yes?
The Aldark called on the Prince of Bargains before I killed him.
The Prince of Bargains? That could only be Clavicus Vial. What oblivion-inspired nest of vipers has Raz stumbled into? This one has a very bad feeling about all of this. Where is the Sijic sage? Raz would like to ask her what she thinks.
Valsarin returned to Artaeum. She invited me to come and speak to their right master.
The Sijic Order's interest in all of this concerns Razumdar. This one has never had much love of magic, or those that practice the art. On the other hand, now Raz has his own person on the inside. An Eye of Raz, if you will, yes?
Valsarin said the Order would try to find out more about the Aldark and the Abyssal Pearls.
Then you must go to Artaeum and discover what the Sijics have learned. When you return, you can tell Raz all about it so he can pass it along to the Queen. Yes, Raz likes this plan. In the meantime, Raz will investigate the Daedric connection.
Goodbye. Holy moly.
Sounds painful.
It's a long quest, man.
Have you come to gloat? To kick me while I wallow in my own misery? Well, go ahead. I deserve it.
How did you get involved with Aldark Tilkalar?
I met him at Kinlord Millenthal's party in Eleanor. We had similar ideas about the Queen's decree, and I recommended that he lead the monastery. Somerset isn't a stew pot, and the various races aren't ingredients to be sprinkled in like so much spice.
So you knew he planned to kill the newcomers.
What a hateful accusation.
Hey.
Tilkala told me he was going to send them back where they came from. I had no idea he planned to kill them. I give you my word. I just wanted the newcomers to go away. And to find out he worshipped Daedra? How crude.
Do all of the monks at the monastery worship Daedra?
I certainly hope not. We'll have to get the Divine Prosecution in there to gather up the monks Tilkala brought with him to Shimmerine. We can't have Daedric cultists desecrating a holy site. I suppose I need to beg for mercy from the proxy queen.
Would probably be for the best. Okay, let's go up here. And then we'll see where we gotta go. It says 600 west. All the way over here. I don't think there's a... We're gonna hoof it. Frickin' Griffin. How the hell do we get in there? What the hell, man? Oh, stairs. Oh, it's down here. I'm hungry. I'm gonna eat a burger after this. Ooh, see waterfalls.
And there was no sign of Lathan. I don't know whether to be grateful or concerned.
We'll find him, Val. Now go check on the Pearl while I speak to our new guest.
What up, Right Master Iacussus?
What a rare honor Valcerin bestowed upon you. Only a select few not of our order have ever walked upon this sacred island. Val tells me your aid was indispensable in uncovering the false Aldoc's plot on Somerset.
We discovered that newcomers to Somerset were being murdered to power the Abyssal Pearls.
Unfortunate, certainly. The magic you describe sounds familiar, though I can't quite recall where I've heard of it before. I fear the pearls may be a harbinger of the threat Sothasil warned us about.
Sothasil? What threat? I don't understand.
Sothasil, one of the living gods of the Dark Elf Tribunal. He's an honorary member of our order. After an attack on his clockwork city, he warned us about a Daedric threat to Somerset and Artaeum. I sent Valcerin to investigate.
Is there anything more I can do to help?
Indeed. But not until we finish studying the Pearl Valcerin brought us. There are mysteries to unravel, and Val believes you will be instrumental to our success. We can get started immediately. Unless you want to explore our island first.
Alright.
The next
step... Let's check out this sash. I think that's a waist. Yeah. Magic. Well, I guess it's better. Alright, see you on the next stream. Oh, anyways, we are right about here in Artaeum. A little bit north of the Artaeum Way Shrine. And let me see where this is at. Oh, it's up here. Okay. See you next time.